Before time, before Olympus, there was only chaos, a swirling void of nothingness. From that endless darkness came the first beings: Gaia, the earth; Tartarus, the abyss; Eros, the spark of creation; Erebus, the darkness; and Nyx, the night. From Gaia arose Uranus, the sky, and together they gave birth to the mighty Titans, the first rulers of the cosmos.
From the union of earth and sky came the Titans, 12 mighty beings who shaped the newborn world. Cronus, Rhea, Oceanus, Hyperion, Iapetus, Theia, and their kin carved mountains, stirred oceans, and kindled the first stars. But Uranus, the sky, ruled with fear. He cast his monstrous children, the Cyclopses and the 100-handed giants, into the dark depths of Tartarus, sealing them away. Gaia, their mother, wept in anger and pain. From her sorrow came rebellion. She forged a sickle of shining adamantine and gave it to her youngest son, Cronus. In the shadow of night, Cronus rose against his father. With one strike, he tore the sky from the earth and ended Uranus's reign. From the blood of the fallen god were born the Furies, spirits of vengeance. And from the sea foam, Aphrodite, goddess of love and beauty. And so began the reign of the Titans, the first gods of the cosmos.
From his throne atop Mount Othrys, Cronus ruled the heavens, the seas, and the earth. Beside him sat Rhea, his queen, radiant and wise. Under their reign, the Titans brought forth an age of light. Mountains rose, rivers sang, and mortals thrived. It was a golden age, but one shadowed by fear. For a voice from the depths whispered a prophecy. One day, one of your own children will rise against you, as you rose against your father. The words haunted Cronus. Terror turned to madness, and madness to cruelty. When Rhea bore her first child, Hestia, Cronus swallowed her whole. Then came Demeter, Hera, Hades, and Poseidon, each consumed by their father's fear. The halls of Othrys grew silent. Only echoes remained, the cries of swallowed gods and the endless hunger of a king who feared his own blood. Rhea wept in despair, her heart broken, her womb empty, her love devoured by prophecy. But Rhea could no longer bear her sorrow. Guided by Gaia, she fled to the sacred island of Crete, far from the eyes of Cronus. There, beneath the whispering trees and the watch of ancient spirits, she gave birth to her last child, Zeus. To protect him, Rhea wrapped a stone in swaddling cloth and gave it to Cronus. Blinded by fear, the Titan devoured the stone, believing it was his son. Meanwhile, the infant god was hidden deep within a mountain cave. The Curators, warriors of the gods, danced around him, clashing their shields to drown his cries from Cronus's ears. The divine goat Amalthea nursed him, and the nymphs of Crete raised him in secret. As the years passed, Zeus grew in strength and wisdom, swift as lightning, fierce as storm. The blood of prophecy burned within him, and when the time came, he sought out Metis, goddess of wisdom, who taught him how to brew a potion of power. With it, Zeus would confront his father and free the gods swallowed by fear. The time of reckoning had come. Zeus returned to confront his father, armed with the potion crafted by Metis. He poured it into Cronus's cup,
And the Titan, proud and unknowing, drank deep. A great roar shook the heavens. Cronus staggered, and from his depths came the children he had swallowed: Hestia, Demeter, Hera, Hades, and Poseidon, each reborn, full-grown and burning with fury. For the first time, the 6 children of Cronus stood united. The Olympians had risen. But far to the west, from Mount Othrys, the Titans rallied their armies. Atlas, Hyperion, Iapetus, and their kin gathered to defend their fading rule. The heavens shuddered as the war began. 10 years of endless battle. The sky was torn by thunder, the seas boiled, mountains cracked and burned. The earth itself trembled beneath the fury of gods and titans. Then Zeus descended into the depths of Tartarus, freeing the Cyclopes and the 100-handed ones, prisoners of his father's cruelty. In gratitude, the Cyclopes forged gifts for the new gods. For Zeus, the thunderbolt. For Poseidon, the trident. For Hades, the helmet of invisibility. Armed with divine weapons, the new gods prepared to challenge the old. From the fires of Tartarus, the Cyclops forged weapons unlike any the cosmos had ever seen. To Zeus, they gave the thunderbolt, a weapon of pure lightning, the symbol of power and divine justice. To Poseidon, they gave the trident, command over the seas, storms, and the endless chaos beneath the waves. To Hades, they gave the helmet of invisibility, the shadow of death, unseen and inevitable. Armed with these gifts, the 3 brothers rose together against the old order. The 100-handed giants joined them, hurling mountains like stones, shaking the heavens with their might. They stormed Mount Othrys, stronghold of the Titans. The skies burned with fire and thunder. Oceans rose and crashed against the land. The world itself quaked beneath the fury of the gods. Zeus hurled his bolts, Poseidon shook the oceans, Hades struck unseen from the shadows. Light and darkness collided. Fire and storm consumed the heavens. The final war for creation had begun. The battlefield lay in ruins, mountains shattered, skies torn asunder. At the heart of the chaos, Atlas led the final stand of the Titans, towering, unyielding, defiant to the end. But even his might could not withstand the storm of the new gods. Zeus descended from the heavens, thunder roaring in his wake. With a single strike of lightning, Cronus fell, his reign shattered, his empire burned. One by one, the Titans were bound in chains of unbreakable bronze. They were cast into the deepest abyss, Tartarus, the pit beneath all creation. There, the 100-handed ones stood guard, watching over their eternal prison. And for Atlas, the burden was endless, condemned to hold up the heavens for all eternity. The war was over. Silence fell upon the world. The reign of the Titans was over, and the age of the Olympians had begun. The war had ended. The Titans had fallen, and from the silence of destruction, a new world began to rise. Zeus, the victor, stood upon the peak of Olympus and looked over the shattered cosmos. He called his brothers to his side, Poseidon and Hades, and together they cast lots to decide their realms. To Zeus fell the sky and the heavens, the throne of thunder and light. To Poseidon, the seas, vast and untamed, where storms and monsters dwelled. To Hades, the underworld, the silent realm of shadows and souls. The world was divided, and order was born from chaos. Upon Mount Olympus, the gods built their golden home, a shining realm above the clouds. Lightning crowned the mountain. The winds carried songs of victory. And as the first dawn rose over the new world, the age of the Olympians began. The rule of Zeus had come, and the cosmos would never be the same again.
From the ashes of war, a new order was born. Zeus reigned above all, the king of gods and men. His thunder became the voice of law, his lightning the hand of justice. From his throne on Olympus, he brought balance to the heavens, the earth, and the underworld. Under his rule, harmony replaced chaos. The storms of creation gave way to the light of order. And so, the world remembered his name. Not just as a conqueror, but as a ruler, a guardian, and a god of destiny. From chaos to order, from rebellion to rule, Zeus became the eternal symbol of power, the unshakable force that binds the cosmos together for all eternity. The storms had quieted. The heavens stood still. Upon the highest peak of Olympus, Zeus watched over all creation, thunderbolt in hand, crowned by the clouds and the endless sky. The universe had found its ruler, not by birthright, but by destiny. And thus, from the ashes of war, rose the King of Gods, Zeus, the Lord of Thunder.